So this morning I made some scones in the house and I cooked some of them in the conventional oven, and I brought a couple of those with me. If all else fails, I can at least warm those, hopefully, in the Ridgemonkey. But I was interested to see if it's possible to cook scones, or scones if you call them scones, or if you were American or North American, you might call them biscuits. Anyway, I call them scones, and I wanted to see if it was possible to cook them on a Ridgemonkey. And as I said, I made the mixture at home. I've made the dough, I've cut them out, so all I need to do is warm them. I don't imagine they're going to turn out like scones done in the oven because there's no room for them to rise, really. I just thought going forward, if I was away and fancied a nice sort of something warm in the van with some jam and clotted cream, then it would be nice to know that I could knock up some scones. So we'll have a little go on the Ridgemonkey, and we'll have a cup of tea as well, won't we, Ted? Well, Teddy won't, I will. And I did bring some very naughty jam and clotted cream to have with my scone. So let's get cooking. As ever, I've got the Ridgemonkey on the lowest gas setting to warm up, and I'll just show you the two types of scones. One that is already cooked, so that is them. Reasonably happy with those. I will put a link to the recipe in the description. I went online and I found a recipe, and it's Dove's Farm flour recipe. And the reason I normally use something from BBC Good Food, but I used this one today because I looked in the cupboard and I didn't have any self-raising flour. So I had to find a recipe that used plain, and this was plain with 4 teaspoons of baking powder. These are the uncooked ones that don't look very lovely at the moment. They are a bit gooey. I'm hoping they will turn out okay though. I think they're just going to need very, very low heat. Okay, I'm going in for the attempt at the Ridgemonkey scones. As I said, they're not going to look terribly pretty, but they might taste nice. Oh, kettle's boiled. Well, I've been turning them quite regularly, and I've put the one that I cooked at home in as well, just to hopefully warm that. Oh, it is nice and warm. Just in case these are disastrous. They're not like traditional scones, they're much flatter, as was expected, because obviously the capacity to rise in the Ridgemonkey is pretty diminished. But I imagine they taste quite nice, and I think with a bit of jam and cream they will be perfect. Well, I think I've let them cook enough. I'm going to split them open to see if it's cooked in the middle. Well, they're certainly hot inside, and they look pretty cooked. I'm going to leave it cool, and then I've got my pots that I love to use from our takeaways. I've got one with, I think that's sour cherry jam, and a little bit of clotted cream. I think I have been patient long enough. These look great, I must say. Quite pleased with them. You could always make the dough in the van, of course, but it's just less messy doing it. I'm only out for the day, so I made it at home, and nice to have hot scones. Well, it looks a lot better with all the trimmings, doesn't it? Little taste test. I'm not even going to discuss whether you put jam on first or cream. I know the way I do it. Jam first, then cream. Just like a tea shop. Lovely. Very happy with them. Well, those scones were a real hit with me and Teddy. They were a little bit crunchier on the outside than the ones cooked in the oven, but the inside was soft and fluffy and perfect carrier for jam and cream. So I think I shall be doing those again, and maybe I'll invite Richard with me next time because he also loves a cream tea. Anyway, have a great week and I will see you next week. Take care, everyone.